Welcome in. My name's Josh, and today we're going to be talking about the fastest way to learn art. You know, everybody wants to improve as fast as they can, especially us and the younger generations, millennials and Gen Z. They have this generational predisposition to instant gratification and getting things now, you know, growing up with things like Amazon Prime and free 2-day shipping and Hot Pockets. So even though we know that things accrue more value the longer they take to obtain, we still want to obtain them as fast as possible anyway. So when it comes to art, we're obsessed with the idea of rapid improvement because we hate sucking so much and we're impatient. We just want to get good yesterday, right now, and everybody's trying to figure out the fastest way to improve, the fastest way to learn, the fastest way to practice, and the fastest everything. Everybody's obsessed with practicing the most efficiently. How do I get good fast? How do you do this? What brushes do you use? How do you photo bash? Like, everybody's obsessed with rapid improvement. It's ridiculous. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it just shows that we're impatient, and since most digital artists are those of the younger generation, it's not really that much of a surprise. So with rapid improvement being the goal, there's typically two trains of thought that follow. Should I go to art school? Do I even need to go to art school? Or should I be self-taught on the internet? If I want to improve as fast as I can, if I want to get a job in the industry, do I go to art school or am I self-taught? What should I do? Well, first you have to know that in order to improve the fastest, you need three things. Dedicated time to practice and correct practice techniques, which we'll talk about in another video. You need to belong to an active and challenging artistic community, and you need good guidance from a teacher. So the long and the short of it is, both the art school and the self-taught route can both meet all three requirements for rapid improvement. However, going to art school is going to get you where you want to go faster, because physically going to art school is better at meeting all three requirements in every way. If you're fortunate enough to have the ability to go to art school, if you have the grades, if you have the funds, if you can go when you choose not to, I'm sorry, but that's very unwise because there are countless people who would kill to have the opportunity that you're passing up. If you can go, you need to go. For the record, I didn't go to art school, I went to film school. So it's not art school per se, but it's still in the whole go to school for art category because by the world standard, it's still a waste of money because there's no guarantee of a job at the other side. So I can't speak specifically into what it's like to go to something like Art Center, but I can speak from my experience was in film school and going to college as a whole and graduating with a bachelor's on the other side. First up, dedicated time to practice. The biggest advantage of going to university to study creative arts is you're paying time to practice and network. Like, if you can get an art center, sure, by all means, go to art center. You'd be stupid not to. But the professors and the courses aren't the biggest reason why you're there. Yeah, the courses need to be art related so you're not wasting your time, and everywhere you go, you're still learning things that are relevant to what you're passionate about. But that's a bonus. That's not the real reason. Think of university as a hyperbolic time chamber full of other sayings, right? And then the professors and the courses are like if there's a Beerus or a Wiz that's going to be there to actually encourage you and teach you and coach you. That's great if they're there. But even if they're not there, you're still in a hyperbolic time chamber with a bunch of other sayings you can practice with. In a bubble, outside of time. And that's what university is. Going to college is like a whole nother world. Time stops. Like, for those 4 years, 3 years, 5 years, however long you're there, for the most part, if you're fortunate enough to be able to go as a full-time student, all you get to do is hang out with people who care about the stuff you care about. You might even meet your spouse there, and you get to practice and do the things that you care about and that you love, and you can stay up till 3 a.m. every single night doing art with other people who also love art. It's the coolest thing in the world. Up next, belonging to an active and challenging artistic community. College is full of potential friends. Even if you're an introvert, there's tons of other introverts that you can meet. Being surrounded by other people who have the same interests and passions as you is insane. There's no other feeling quite like it. Everyone understands you, you know, to some degree. It's not perfect, but as far as artistic struggles go and everybody's insecurities and everybody's problems, like, everybody's on the same page. It's amazing. Everybody knows what it's like. You might be thinking, yeah, Josh, that's cool and all, but like, how does that help me improve the fastest? Because your friends push you. They point out your mistakes. They teach you new things. If you can find secure, mature friends who've overcome both their pride and their fear, and they're just humble and confident and ready to go and ready to learn, and they're at school to be able to communicate all their dreams effectively, like, those artists, those friends are worth their weight in gold. They're priceless. So often in dysfunctional school culture, there's this unhealthy amount of competition and comparison among the student body. Like, everybody's afraid that someone's gonna steal a job away from them, and there's this toxic, hostile environment that's not good for creating friendships or improving or even having fun. It's just stressful. If you go into art school having both overcome your pride and your fear, and you're just ready to learn and you just don't worry about looking at the person next to you and you just focus on yourself and let them do them and know that you're gonna end up wherever you're gonna end up and that you're okay with that, you're gonna find other people like you. So stay up to 3 a.m. practicing with them, go to Taco Bell with them, go do life with them as you all continue to grow and learn in your craft of your shared passion together. And it's that group bonding that makes college worth it in and of itself. Instead of viewing everybody as a potential competitor, view everybody as a potential friend. Like, stop worrying about if they're going to snatch a job from you. Like, just do you. If you're good, you'll probably get a job. Like, there's no guarantee, but if you don't suck, your chances of getting a job get higher. So don't worry about what they're doing, just focus on you. Help them. Don't be so nervous and insecure and afraid of you helping another artist that you're gonna somehow enable them to swipe in front of you in the line of life and somehow get ahead. It's like, don't kid yourself. When you're in college, you're gonna find the people who are as passionate as you are, who are as secure and humble and hungry as you are. And just enjoy that, latch on to that, and be buddies. So much about improving as an artist and making good art is having good headspace. And so much of good headspace comes from having a good community and a good circle of friends. And having a circle of friends who know art, who know you, who know what it's like, is too good for words. And if for nothing else, go to art school just for that. And finally, getting guidance from teachers. The teachers need to know their stuff, yes, and the university is only as good as their faculty, but at the end of the day, the students are the one who are responsible for their own learning. This is why the first 2 points are so much more important. Even if the teachers are crap, having the dedicated time to study and finding that artistic community and people who can push you and encourage you and you can work with, those 2 things alone make going to art school worth it. You know, the best case scenario is when you get all 3 wrapped together. You know, you have the dedicated time to practice, you have the friends who are humble and hungry, and then you have the professors who actually know their stuff. If you get all 3 of those things, you're set. And those schools that have all 3 of those things are the ones that are typically the most prestigious. So by all means, try to make it to a top tier school. Try to make it in the art center. But don't get so caught up with the faculty that if you can't get into a top tier school that you write off art school as a whole and think that it's not worth it. There's plenty of excellent schools with excellent faculty that isn't art center or another top brass school. So to sum up, in order to improve the fastest, you need to have a dedicated time to practice, you need to belong to an active and challenging artistic community, and you need to get good guidance from a teacher. And physically going to art school does all 3 of these things better than trying to do them all online. Now there's another side of the coin here, and next week we're going to be talking about the self-teaching route and doing things online. And remember, we're just talking about the fastest way to improve, not how to get into the industry. To be perfectly clear, you do not need to go to art school in order to get a job in the industry or to even do art full time. You don't need to physically go to art school to do that. Again, like, it would be a dream to be able to go to art center as a student full time, physically, down in California. I would love to do that, but unfortunately, like so many other people, that's not possible for me right now. I don't have the resources or the capability to do that. So what do you do? What do you do when you want to improve as fast as you can, but you can't go to art school? Next week, we're going to talk about it. That's it for this week's Thoughtful Thursday. Next week, we're going to be talking about the self-taught side of things. I hope this episode has helped you. If it has, be sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe, and check out my socials. If you want to look behind the scenes and a more personal look at who I am, be sure to check out my Instagram. I'm the most active on there by far. I'm on there like all the time, every day, forever. So DM me, get to know me, follow me on Instagram. That'd be great. I also just want to say thank you so much for all your love and support, for all the comments, the DMs, the messages, everything that you've done to reach out to me and encourage me means so much to me. Thank you so much. I'm doing this for you guys, to encourage you. So to know that you guys are benefiting from what I'm saying is all I can ask for. So thanks so much for supporting me and for encouraging me and for coming along this journey with me. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm so excited to keep going and see what the future holds. So that's it for this week. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.